Hello, welcome to the last little bit of Legacies of Caine. We're back with some more vampire. Okay, so Candy and Samuel return to the car, and you guys are all heading back, I guess, to the townhouse. Candy is severely messed up and chewing on a brownie.
We should
and she's also
take
now
those
like
away
she's
from
like
her.
leaning around the back, so she's not even like buckled in, you know. And she's talking to Dawn and and Samuel in the back seat. But like, so yeah, Nathan does this thing where
No, Candy. No. No. Not in the car.
you should really hang out with us, Dawn. I know you'd really like it.
From the
She's gonna
trunk
kind of
here.
like she's gonna try to like reach her hand down and kind of put it on your leg and kind of give you this look. I don't get many times to spend with other women. I miss it.
Back up.
Dawn's actually in a relationship, unfortunately.
Aww. That doesn't mean anything. We could all be in a relationship.
From
I'm okay.
the trunk here.
I
Keep
tried.
your hands off of her.
How much brownie does she have, by the way?
She seems to have like a little like she's like keeps bringing one out of.
Was
she
it
keeps
like
bringing.
this?
She's eating a big piece, and she like there's the second one. She brought another one out of her purse, basically. So you're not
Oh
sure.
no,
how many...
they're gonna kick in like 30 minutes time. She's gonna be fucking wrecked.
Done.
Yeah, she's gonna be done after that.
Good thing it's only like 11.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Still have time to sleep it off.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll get back to the townhouse, and she'll just be like out cold then, I guess, where everything will kind of have kicked in, you know. She'll have eaten like 3 brownies, and like she's already like messed up on a powdery substance she was imbibing at the club.
Oh, she's down for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Either that or she's still like searching the cupboard for snacks.
mhm. She probably will get up at some point and like get some snacks or something, you know. What are you all doing now?
I'm gonna stay the fuck away from Candy. Yeah. I'm not gonna
I
be
don't
within
know.
arm's reach of her anymore, so she never touches me again.
I imagine I've told these guys what's going on and what Horson Holden has asked of me.
We are to acquire a ghoul for him.
Also,
Yes.
I do have a title for you. Holden is a Anarch Baron.
Ooh.
Oh, lovely.
Anarchs are organized similar to princes, except they can have more than one leader in a city, and their leaders in a city are known as barons, who may or may not get along. Usually get along with each other, but sometimes don't. So he's one of the Anarch barons, because there's a heavy Anarch presence here in London.
I'd say that we should put a leash on Candy, but I feel like she'd enjoy it.
Whoa! She's now, like, topless.
She would. She's told me.
If you think it's a good idea,
She just collapses in the
Bacon.
kitchen.
you you may want to contact the prince about this, but I don't. It's. What do you think? How do you think we should handle this?
Well, I think that we should decide exactly where we want to come down,
Hmm.
because obviously there's more to this than just acquiring a ghoul. But
Obviously.
the
Another
question is, oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
another
go ahead.
little note that is important to note. As I said, Anarchs are normally under the Camarilla because most Anarchs consider themselves as, like, Camarilla revolutionaries, is the best way to say it. You know?
Oh,
Okay.
I thought they were like anti-Camarilla.
No. They believe
I-
in the Masquerade. They hate elders, basically, and the rules the
Oh,
elders...
okay.
They want, basically, rather than elders and age to be in command of vampires, it's more democracy or meritocracy for vampires. So they basically are like they are a revolutionary movement.
But a revolutionary movement, more or less, of the Camarilla.
Yes. Yeah, about in the 1940s, they basically signed a treaty that kind of put them in that line. Rather than, basically when the Sabbat was kind of getting in there too. You know, they kind of like they didn't want another Sabat problem with the Camarilla, so they're like, hey, you know, you're a new organization. We'll make a deal with you, and they're like, we hate your elders, but we like that idea of the Masquerade. You know.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Nathan, I question your life choices at this point. She has a tattoo of Steve-O on her chest.
And
Really like looking at Steve-O, huh?
Don't shame the man.
She's snoring now loudly.
I don't look at her chest.
Okay.
Neck. There's musical
Yeah.
notes there.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not the
Check
only
the
place
other
you
side,
have to feed to.
And on the other
Admittedly-
side.
Admittedly, I'm not sure why she chose Mary Had a Little Lamb, but
I think that's those daddy issues coming through.
On the other side, it's
That could
Twinkle
be.
Twinkle Little Star.
But at least she's an aspiring musician. I like to support the arts, as it were.
Is that what you call what she does to you? An art?
She's practicing. She's young.
Oh.
So the Nosferatu Underprince is the one that is going to ask us to do something to the Tremere, correct?
No,
No.
Oh,
Horse and Holden.
no, the horse and Holden
no.
is, but he says the gargoyles.
Oh,
are.
the gargoyles.
well, the gargoyles are
What
going to
is
ask
it?
us to do something to the Tremere.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You know that gargoyles were originally created through like horrible blood rituals and stuff by the Tremere, and they were originally kind of slaves to Tremere. Most of them are free now. They
Okay.
had their own revolution against the Tremere and got their own freedom. The original gargoyles didn't really have a good ability to like spread themselves because they were created, but nowadays some of them they've developed the ability they can embrace someone similar to any other vampire. It's just similar to Nosferatu, have massive amount of physical changes. You have massive amount of physical changes when you become a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
They tend to be unpleasant and also
It's-
tend to be deadly. So
Okay. Is what they're going to ask us to do to the Tremere going to be a problem for the Prince or the Underprince?
I think we'll have to find that out.
you
Feel
would
like-
know that Underprince would probably not give a flying rat's butt about that
Yeah,
kind of
the
thing.
Underprince. But
Well,
It doesn't
Well,
involve
that's one
Nosferatu.
problem solved.
Yeah, it doesn't involve Nosferatu.
Well, that's one issue solved. That's good.
Probably as long as it doesn't disrupt the Masquerade or the whatever, the general order of the city, like going to war with the Tremere would probably be bad. You're probably
Yeah.
not going to be asked that.
Okay. And taking a ghoul probably wouldn't be too far out of the...
You're still technically kidnapping, but it's also like,
It depends on how it looks from the outside.
yes.
we will have
Okay.
to stage this a certain way.
Maybe Candy can persuade her.
That's in my name? Oh, man.
No. Go to
Nope.
bed.
No.
This is a dream.
I think I threw up on myself.
Yep.
Yep.
This
I'm
is
gonna
a
go
dream.
wash
That's
up.
not real.
Yep,
Oh,
you can use the shower upstairs.
Okay. See you later, lover boy.
Mm-hmm.
You're cleaning that up. I'm not cleaning that long enough. That is yours.
It's Nathan's responsibility.
yeah.
Then I'll hire a cleaning service. That's fine.
You do that.
Okay.
I'm not
It's like,
touching
Nathan's answer. I don't want to touch it. I'm gonna throw money at it.
He actually just lays a pile of money on top of it. There.
Clean this up and you get it.
That is thoroughly inefficient when I could have the whole house cleaned. For probably the same amount that it would cost to cover that up. Anyway,
That's fair.
Uh,
So, how do we find out what the gargoyles want? Do we need to contact them? Are they going to contact us?
They will be contacting us, I believe, from my understanding.
All right. Well, I'm thinking any way we can involve Luke in this is going to be fun.
Hmm. Has the prince contacted you at all? 'Cause I remember you got his number. He got
Mhm.
yours.
We have not yet accomplished anything, really, aside from learning who the head of the Anarchs is, which I'm sure he has plenty of knowledge of. We know that the gargoyles have contacted us, but they've not told us what they want. I suppose the only real information we could give him at the moment would be that the
No,
Anarchs
I meant
want-
the Prince of London. They said they were
Yes.
going to reach out to you at some point.
He said he would reach out if he had a job for us.
Okay.
And I said that anything that would make our lives easier in London, we would be happy to consider.
Fair enough.
But no, I don't believe he has yet. Which is fortunate for me, as I was quite busy last night.
Understandable. So with all of this, I guess our only real option is to wait and see what the gargoyles have to say.
Okay.
At least for
Shopping
now.
trip with Dawn?
Yeah. We
Oh.
might have to do it online. All the shops will be closed.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
if you would, you could probably arrange for something after, like, in the next night or kind of thing. If you wanted to, like, for a shop to be open late.
When I say shopping trip, I don't mean going to a mall. I mean hiring a tailor.
Yeah.
Oh!
And you could probably get one in, like, early evening. You could probably arrange for a
Mhm.
tailor to be there at, like, you know, you could be like, you see,
Yeah, the next evening.
yeah, we work very late into the like late into the evening. We need something that we can do even later, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah,
So, all right,
that's what's money. That's what money is for.
we'll fast forward a little bit. Candy's just gonna kind of hang around your place now. I mean, she doesn't seem to
That's
leave,
fine.
and she just kind of like hangs around.
Oh, I hope
am-
Wick hangs
I am
out
mostly
with
okay with that.
Like, I guess Wick and her have kind of made fast friends. She just thinks of it as like a pet rat you have that just kind of wanders around the house.
A really gross pet rat.
him. With
Yeah.
rabies.
He's not that gross. He's just a pet rat, alright? He's not as gross as me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
He has
Okay.
beauty standards.
He has an appearance score of 0.5.
Rats are fucking cute. All right.
Not so much rabid ones. Anyway,
It's kept in control.
Yeah.
while Candy's passed out, I'm going to grab her cell phone and see if my friend can figure out where Luke spends his time.
Sure. Samuel, if you want to roll, I guess, computer's intelligence to look into this Luke for Nathan.
Because if nothing else, he will make a fine distraction.
Okay, you can find out a bunch of stuff about Luke. He's not like I wouldn't call him off the grid, but he's like a pimp, you know, or like a John. I'm sorry, a John. Or is it? I'm getting it right. Oh my god, I'm like blank.
No. John, I'm the John.
Yeah, you're the John. He's the pimp.
He's the pimp.
I had it right, and then I like questioned myself, and my brain went all wonky for a second.
Yes. Yes,
I like-
I am the John. He is the pimp.
God, yes. He seems to have like entire area, a number of like you can look and find out he's got a number of girls down in the area. He's probably been arrested a few times. Nothing is stuck so far. You can find some information about him.
Does he have a couple of enforcers?
Yeah, tough guys.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Excellent.
You'll of course go to the tailor, arrange for everything for a outfit. Up to you how like you all the details. We'll just say, like, you come up with whatever outfit you really feel like Dawn would be best in for this event. We'll kind of skip a couple of days are going to go by. And then it's going to be Thursday. And it's going to be about halfway through the night. You've been just taking care of some normal business. Not quite sure when someone's going to be contacting you, like arranging things like... You've probably been, like, walking through Dawn about, you know, figuring out, like, maybe...
Etiquette?
Etiquette, yes. You're trying to teach her enough etiquette before...
2 dots!
Oh no.
He's got 2 dots. You might want... He might give you the option for a dot etiquette before you guys go to the party.
Yeah, I got a whole fat 0.
Yeah.
Like, I break things, you know?
Anyway, though, it'll be about midnight when, Candy, probably not as messed up as she kind of got before, but a little messed up. She probably got into something. Like, comes down, like, you, kind of like a little, like, out of it and be like, Nathan, there's a funny man at the window. Am I seeing things again?
Probably.
Okay. He wants you.
Everyone does.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Snacks. She's gonna walk over to the kitchen and, like, start, like, eating something out of the fridge.
That's fine. All right. I'll go up to the window.
A large, stone-looking, winged man is kind of standing at the window with this kind of, like look on his face of, like, kind of, like, shaking his head a little bit and, like, looking at you.
Yes.
You have unusual retainers. But I believe your friends spoke to me previously. You should get them.
I think you cut out on the last word.
Your friends spoke to me previously. You should get them.
Which one?
All of them.
Oh,
It involves all of you.
all right. I'll gather all of them up, except Candy. She can stay downstairs.
She's eating something out of the fridge.
Yep.
She probably is the one that bought most of this stuff. She's like, you guys can't eat out all the time.
That's exactly what Nathan does.
Oh no, I eat in.
Really? I thought you ate out.
Well, I mean, if it's necessary.
I
So,
think it usually is with when you're paying.
True.
He's gonna kind of been be sitting kind of leaning on the like the little kind of almost little balcony area right outside the window, and kind of like look to the lot of you and it's like, turns out I can help you, but I'll need something from you as well.
What might that be?
Well, let's start with how I can help you. If you're willing to assist me, I can arrange that security, well, will let you approach these Alistair as you were looking for him.
excellent.
When Alistair goes to big events like the one coming up, he oftentimes goes with a number of us guarding from the shadows. And I can arrange with my people that they will be aware of you coming in, so they won't come to eliminate a possible threat.
Excellent.
And what must we do
Ah.
in return?
I need you to break into the local chantry of the Tremere. I require something in there. You see, for too long, of course, we've been persecuted. We're going to need something that is going to be a symbol that will convince the locals to free the remainder of their slaves. The staff of Grimgroth. It's A symbolic item, yes. But with it, we'll be able to basically ransom them to a degree. And lord it over them. Good news for you, Grimgroth shouldn't be home. Our word tells us he's in his business in Australia, at least for a few more days. But returning here to the British Isles will come soon, so I would suggest that if you're going to do this to help us out, you'll do it soon. I wouldn't want to be around if he comes back. Anyway, up to you how you want to go about stealing it. We just want it. Good luck. As he'll kind of turn, kind of stand up, and fly away.
Well, now we know what we have to do.
Give me a check on Grimgoth. Let's see here. I think it would probably be...
I don't have that stat.
It is a name.
I know.
Intelligence occult, I'll say.
For all of us, or
Anyone that wants to try to remember what you know about Grimgoth.
Difficulty?
I'll do it.
How hard would it be if I don't have a cult?
Higher difficulty. If you have a cult, difficulty 7. If you do not have a cult, difficulty 8.
I think I have a cult.
Okay.
And would I be able to make it too, or just?
Yeah, if you want to roll it. Whoever wants to roll it can go ahead.
Sure.
Kind of wanna, but I
May
know
as
it's
well.
just gonna be a botch.
Okay.
Well, don't worry. We can just tell you you're wrong.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I did it.
Whoa!
You did it. Okay. So Nathan, you and Samuel will know that he is a powerful elder within Clan Tremere. He is one of their top members, and he is responsible for basically overlording over Western Europe, the British Isles, and Australia. Dawn, you and Erik will know that he's a member of the Inner Council of Seven, which is the ruling council of the Tremere.
Oh.
His sire is Tremere's founder himself.
Oof.
Oof. Yeah.
So he's probably around the same age as the elder you're trying to make a deal with, basically. Maybe the elder you're making a deal with might actually be younger than him. You're not sure what generation Alistair is, but traditionally elders are from 4th to 6th generation. You know.
So essentially, we need to make sure that our names and faces are not attached to this in any way.
Yes. This person is very powerful, and you really don't want him to be an enemy. Now, granted, they have already kind of a hatred relationship with the gargoyles anyway, because they're, rebelled slaves kind of thing, they rebelled against them. So if the gargoyles should end up with this, it's just another thing that's like on the list of reason to hate them kind of thing.
As long as our names and faces aren't attached with how they got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Them getting it would not necessarily be a problem. It's just you being attached to it probably would be really for you.
Yeah.
So theoretically, he's not here currently.
Yes. Word is he's in Australia doing some kind of visit there. Granted, should something occur, he could attempt to fly back, with a member of his stature, private plane kind of thing at this point in time. When private planes were invented, it was the greatest things for vampire world travel. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, I'm already terrified of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we know about the Coventries?
The Chantries? Chantries are basically like, think of them as, what's a great way of describing this? Usually a location, oftentimes like a large building that effectively is the center of the Tremere in an area. A Chantry, it's like a communal haven. Basically, vampires, you have havens, places where you basically stand. It's a stronghold, laboratory, communal haven for Tremere. So Tremere letting non-Tremere in there is indeed very rare. Not impossible, but very rare. Because it is, again, a base stronghold, home, archive of all their stuff. Fortunately for you, I'll kind of give you with their checks. You know that the London Chantry tends to be on the smaller side. Because, effectively, the former prince, who I told you about, Queen Anne, she kept the Tremere in check. So there aren't any important Tremere in the city of London. So it's a much more minor chantry.
Except for Gandalf.
Well, the thing about him, Grimgoth, I'll give you because you had a pretty good check on him. He changes chantries often.
Okay.
He prefers Rome, so he kind of like cycles back there often, but he changes his chantries. So the thing is, what he might be doing right now is scoping out a place to be in Australia for a little while. Maybe he's been in London for a period of time and would be kind of leaving.
Okay.
The appearance varies for chantries. I mean, like, sometimes the ones, they could have any kind of appearance. Like, a chantry, you could enter into it, and it could look like a place that would be very simple, very weak-minded, but could be the most ancient and powerful of all chantries. Their appearances can be deceiving, is one of the things about them. The oldest ones tend to be caves, but nowadays, things like buildings, and like private buildings, the entire things tend to be more of what they are. Probably here in London, you're guessing since it's an older chantry, it's probably a much older building.
Okay.
And as of right now, we don't know the specific building, obviously,
Yes.
right?
And there's probably a lot of defenses to a chantry, including both magical and physical, which could be anything from mercenaries, like ghouls, maybe even some enslaved gargoyles they might still have.
At least one ghoul.
Yes. But that ghoul might not be a combat-related ghoul, too. Could be just a worker. Again, smaller place, probably smaller defenses, but still, you would have to be on guard.
Right.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, we're gonna die horribly.
Should have gotten a way to contact my Underprince boy.
I mean, you probably do.
Do I?
Yeah,
Probably
sure.
tweet
Like
him.
I'm gonna say like there's probably if you've ended up having like let's say like a burner phone or something, you can give a call to one of the Nosferatu you saw before. Who basically, you're not going to contact the Underprince directly, but you could indirectly contact the Underprince.
Okay. We could try to contact the Underprince to see if maybe he has a little bit more information about this. He's been helpful so far.
That would be very useful. I am very afraid.
Do you think that would be a good idea then? Everyone in agreement, or?
I was thinking about what I know about the Tremere, since I don't know very much about them. So I was looking in my book. What did you say?
I was asking
Blood
if it would be
magic, people.
a good idea
Blood
to.
magic is the easiest way to say it. The thaumaturgy.
I was just asking if it would be a good idea to contact the Underprince to see if he has any information about it. Nosferatu, you have the ears to the ground.
Sure.
All right, I'll make the call. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Yes. I was wondering if the Underprince, or I guess you, would be able to help me with some information regarding my one of my tasks.
What do you need, and I'll see what we can do.
We would like to know the location of the Tremere Chantry, and perhaps what the security is like. Just general information about it.
We'll see what we can do.
Appreciated.
All right. It'll probably be later on that evening. You'll get a contact, and it's like, return to where you met us before. Bring your friends. We'll talk about this.
Guys, we're going to the sewers.
Oh, but I burnt those clothes.
We're going through the graveyard.
Yeah, we're
assume.
going through the graveyard.
It smells, yes, but
Less?
at least it's not the actual sewage.
You won't be
Yeah.
waiting this time.
Nathan gets to join you.
Yeah.
I'll watch the house.
You know- Maybe we should go through the old path,
Ca-
since Nathan's joining us.
Candy
think
is
he
like
would like
dressed in
that very
only a like an apron right now.
She's wearing what?
Only an apron right now.
Nice.
Says kiss the cook on it.
And she's like baking something.
Is it
Yeah,
burning?
I'm pretty okay with Candy living here now. She's like baking me cakes and shit. Like
That can't really eat.
I can
Yeah.
eat it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but you gotta puke it back up.
Yeah. It's a good cake though.
So you don't really digest it, so it's like the same either way, you know?
Yeah.
So
True. So you just get to taste it twice. There you go.
yeah, exactly.
Along with whatever else you had, though. So
Yeah.
could be awesome. Could be like, oh god.
You mix things smartly in your belly. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It'll just be blood soaked. It'll taste better coming out.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. So you'll head to the are you going to head through the graveyard or the sewers?
I assume the graveyard?
Yeah. Okay. You'll head through the graveyard. You'll give your 3 knocks. You'll kind of be led back down into the sewer area where, as I said before, it's like this kind of main thoroughfare with like kind of like a little sewage line going down the center with a number of makeshift doors leading into areas of like private areas, the cesspool, the bar you went to, a couple information gatherers, and then the building you went to before, which you're kind of going to be greeted outside of by the Nosferatu lady with the kind of like squished face. She's going to
Great
lead
to
you
see you again.
she's going to lead you inside, and the two of them you see the laptop there, but it's not on. The two of them are going to kind of like relax and kind of like sit down. The Underprince cannot help you at this time, but perhaps we can offer you something.
Okay.
If you are
I'm
dealing
listening.
with the Tremere, well, good luck to you. What is your plan of action?
We haven't quite come up with one yet.
Meow.
Do you not usually gather the information first and then create a plan?
We can inform you about some of the things there, some of the defenses, some of the dangers. Fortunately for you, their forces aren't as prevalent as some other places. They have about a dozen armed ghoul soldiers and 2 gargoyles that guard the place normally. They usually have some extras, but I hear tale that some of them went with a few of their elders who are out and about on business. Currently,
Interesting.
there are about 24 Tremere that spend their time there normally, all the time. Plenty of magical defenses beyond scope for us to basically say. Things that would be dangerous to encounter on their own. keep interested parties out.
Hmm.
So we're dead.
Not necessarily. If you're thinking of breaking in, I wouldn't recommend it. You're not trained in some of the abilities that the rest of us have here. She's going to kind of look to you, Samuel. That would make this a much easier time. But I'm not saying to give you a suggestion. You do tend to have someone who's a little talky. Maybe use words. Whatever you have to do in there, well, that's a different trick entirely. But getting in there, well, I doubt you'll break in. If anybody would get in there, it's Pretty Face over there.
You hear that? Pretty Face are getting us in.
Is that you?
What is Dawn's appearance?
What is it? 3.
Oh, then he could be talking to either one of us.
Yeah.
Because I'm also creative.
3, and I also have Blush of Health. Or Blush of Health.
Yeah,
Are you
not
all
me.
3 except for me?
I
No,
have
I'm 2.
Sanctity,
Oh, okay.
so I'm more. We're both charming, we'll say.
Hmm. Fair enough. Hopefully we will be able to talk our way in then.
What relationship do you have with the Tremere of the city?
Come to us for information occasionally. They mostly keep to themselves. Don't usually need us, particularly.
Fair.
They've always been an interesting group. Youngins, usurpers. As much as the others like to forget, we remember the Tremere. We remember their origin.
Do you happen to know what the staff of Gilgamesh
Grimgoth?
does?
Grimgoth. Staff of Grimgoth. There's an interesting thing. I don't think it does anything. I think it's a symbol. Kind of like, what's a good comparison? Kind of like you Americans' Declaration of Independence. It's an important document, right? Well, I'm pretty sure Grimgoth has this as a symbol of his status. Is it important? Yes. Is it necessary? No.
How
If you're
big is
looking to
it?
do something to it, it's a staff. About as tall as a person, made of wood, well decorated. He's been seen with it occasionally, but again, it's more symbolism. Not to say he might not have some kind of magical staff. I don't know a lot about blood magic. I think they don't really need that kind of thing, though. It's all about the blood, and then the magic. I just know, if you piss off a Tremere, they might set you on fire.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to avoid that.
That
Yeah.
would be unfortunate.
Fire magic's one of those ones they can learn.
Well,
Oh,
we appreciate the information.
Oh, sure. Trust me, we're keeping track.
Alright, and I guess we'll start to make our way out unless we are stopped, or at least I will, unless I'm stopped.
I'm good to head out.
Okay. Why don't we end it here, though, as you guys head back home, having contacted the Nosferatu again for a little information, and probably getting a little bit more into debt with them.
Yay, dead all around.
I know. You're like, we're going to make a lot of loans of information with everyone. I mean, not necessarily a terrible thing, but
I mean, if they don't give us information, we don't got to do anything for them either.
Exactly.
Some of the people have promised information and not given any, so.
Well, I mean, the only one that hasn't talked to you is the prince. So,
Oh, yeah.
and the prince might not come to collect on anything.
That's true.
You just offered the prince help, basically. Not even training it. You're just like, we're going to be on good terms. If you need us for something, there you go. But
I did specify if you need us for something that will make our stay nicer.
yes. Well, nicer is such a definition, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But for now, you have you have a new problem to deal with.
We get a lot of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to think of the best way to sneak a staff out of there.
And a person. A staff and a person.
I'm less concerned about sneaking the person.
That's true.
I can carry both. I might want to keep the staff, though.
So the carrying, not so much of an issue. It's the carrying out without people noticing that we're carrying it out that is the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Or even potentially getting to it if it's like, you know, in a room where people don't go or something.
Okay, here's the plan. We put someone on Don's shoulders and get a really big trench coat.
Yes.
Already have a really big trench coat.
There you go.
There we go.
And it's just an old tool dude with a walking stick.
Yeah, he has gigantism.
Oh,
I was thinking more of like you could stick it down the back.
Because, I
Or the
mean,
front.
they might recognize the staff otherwise.
It's
Yeah.
just
They're
hanging
like,
out in
wait
the
a
back.
second. Don't we know that staff? That looks awfully familiar. Anyway, alright, so we'll be back next week where they'll attempt to infiltrate a Shamir Chantry and deal with that. As preparations for the big meetup continue. That means getting a little couple side missions done for the people that they're making deals with.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It'll
We're
be fun.
wheeling and dealing.
You're wheeling it. You people are wheeling and dealing. You're just like you're basically like, you know, like adventure, like a Link kind of trade system, kind of like figuring it out. So I need this, so I'm going to give you this so I can get that. And like,
I just figure we find out who can help us more and go with them.
So, hey Dunce,
Yes.
where are you and how can we find you?
Exactly.
Hey, it's me, Dunspace. Twitch.tv/Dunspace. Twitter.com/Dunspace. Pretty much everything Dunspace.
Hey, Tiv, how about you?
Hi. I'm
Pillow
Tavalic
pad?
pretty much everywhere. 2 pillows actually.
Oh, okay.
And
You can find him under a pillow.
Yeah. I mean,
Two.
too.
currently.
2 pillows.
Sometimes under a cat, you know, you just never know. Tomorrow gonna be playing Hollow Knight because, you know, got nothing else to do on Wednesday.
Yep. Jess.
I am Bubblegum Viking, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and I have done nothing since I've been here. I was like, I'm gonna stream like every other day. Rob can stream one day and then I'll stream the next. Nope. Nope. I'm much too lazy. That's the thing.
All right. Carpe.
And I am the CarpeDM, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. And I've been playing some Warframe, and tomorrow I actually get to go play Shadows of the Demon Lord in real life.
Ooh,
Ooh.
It's gonna be so much fun.
You're gonna summon demons?
No, the demon's already there. We have to
Oh.
deal with the post-apocalyptic world in which the demon has already almost emerged from
Yeah, I
whatever
don't know
hell he
that.
came from.
Nice.
That sounds
It's a game written and designed by Robert Schwalb.
Ooh.
And as usual, I am Tantus Naravan Jacobin. You can find me here pretty much daily. We'll be back next week for more Legacy of Caine. You can, of course, check out Thursday for D&D, where Madison Land. We're approaching the end of the first season. Tiv's in that game. If you're looking for my gaming streams, I started Project Zomboid today since I played through a lot of 7 Days to Die. I was figuring to try that one out. It's been fun so far.
Zomboid's good.
Yes. And,
You die real fucking quick though.
My God, I almost died because it when the first time I got to a combat, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then I figured it out, and I'm playing like on the most basic so far, so I know like as soon as a horde shows up, I'm in trouble, but hasn't showed up yet.
You run. There you go.
Excellent.
Tomorrow, I'm actually going to start RimWorld because the 1.0 release came out, and I have it now.
Woo!
So,
Really?
yeah, it's coming out tomorrow, 1.0. Yep.
Nice.
So that's why I'm going to start RimWorld tomorrow.
Oh,
Good
and
game.
Tantus.
Yeah.
As long as people are good for it, we are having a Siege stream in
Yes.
like 2 hours.
In 2 hours, we're going to be doing our normal Siege squad, streaming squad. We should be good. If something changes, we'll let you guys know out there. But, you know, last time it was talked about, that's what we were planning on. Remember to check out, of course, for me, my other links. I've got my Twitter, Discord, and, of course, my YouTube side, which the VODs of this and other things go up on my YouTube side. Plus, eventually, I will return to doing scripted stuff on that one when I get through my editor's funk. I guess we'll editor's block. Because, you know, I kind of have been feeling hateful of editing right now. That's the only reason I haven't done more of it. When I get through that, things will return, though. Anyway, so we're going to get going. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week. I'll put an announcement about the exact time we start next week. We're going to try to figure it out if we kind of move things around again. And we'll let you know. So, thanks, everyone. See you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.